Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my European City Skylines series. Today we're in part 6 and we're doing quite some big expansions in this episode. So the whole last episodes were about the old town and surroundings of the old town, and today we'll be moving a bit outwards. What I mean with this is that we will be going into an industrial area where we started with the kind of last episode a bit, where we built the recycling area and the waste collection center, and today we will be building around it and we'll be just making some big development steps around the area. The first one here is the small police station. It is kind of like based on the Arsenal in Vienna. It's kind of the same building style, but the layout is completely different. So in real life the Arsenal is very big. It is one of massive buildings in Vienna. I think it's one of the biggest actually. But yeah, this is just what I wanted to kind of rebuild in a smaller way. And very slight detailing, as you can see there. Not so many fancy things, just some bushes and stuff like this to kind of split it away. And then we're also moving ahead with the kind of factory that we're building here. And why I'm building this here, you're probably asking. And the reason for this is that I would imagine that this would be the old industrial area of the town. And there are still some abandoned and semi-abandoned industrial areas, so this is a big abandoned one. It will be very overgrown. We will be doing this in the episode of today quite a lot, and it also had kind of like a small rally out there, nothing special, but it was kind of like a bigger thing once, and yeah, this is kind of the thing that I wanted to get the feeling of here. And yeah, so here I'm just adding in the office buildings around it, so they were basically offices and the two warehouses with a small kind of maybe oven or whatever it would be. So this is what it is there, and I'm very happy about this. So I have to say that this turned out pretty well. And yeah, so this is what I did there, and then there I've just kind of added in these walls because all of them have the entries, although these are just the smaller buildings, and so I've fenced them off with this one here. And at first I also wasn't intending to PO this whole thing, but due to the reason that there are suddenly a lot of people standing in the backyard of this stuff, I was just like, no, this doesn't look good. I will be POing them so that they don't have any use. They're just there for their kind of graphical use and the use for the eye. But yeah, this worked out in the end quite well, I would say. So here at first I'm putting in everywhere concrete. I'm doing this to help myself so that I know how it is kind of the base looking, and then there I've added in the dirt decal. And the reason for the dirt decal to be here is that I want to have kind of like it looking to be cracked open, everything is destroyed, and there are just some trees and bushes growing out. So for this one there was the simplest thing for me to do it with the dirt decals once again. And yeah, just kind of to move a bit back from what you're doing there, I just wanted to say Merry Christmas to you guys. It is right now Christmas Day, so I think I won't be uploading it today, but I was just taking some time off before, and I'm sorry for this, but I wasn't able to upload it on 24th, 25th. But I think this shouldn't be too much of a problem. It will be in the normal timeline, so it will be on Sunday uploaded, I think. And here, so here I'm just adding in some bushes. These bushes and scrubs are incredibly cool, I love them. Also, they're just adding in so many great details, and this is just my basic way of detailing nature, just kind of to get in some bushworks in the ground with some grass and slowly get in some bigger trees. And for this one, also the trees from Pidelmo are great, I just love them, they are looking so good. I'm so much in love with them, I'm very glad that I'm using them there for this one here. And there I've used a lot of these tufts just kind of to get in the look of some grass on the ground and some smaller patches for just some more detailing. This also affects the frame rate quite heavily, but it is still working, and with the FPS booster it is also not too bad, so I was like, yeah, I will be kind of doing it like this. Kind of will be having some less FPS there, I'm aware of this, but I just enjoyed doing it, and this is just kind of the detail work that I love to do. And yeah, so here we are just kind of making some more bushes and trees. Nothing too fancy, but I'm very happy with the result, so you guys should already know that I love doing nature. And this is also an episode I'm doing a lot of nature because this is on the outer area of the city, and this will be also having something kind of a noise barrier out of trees. it will be coming very close to the highway. There will be a street right next to it, and there was a small tree defense line against the noise so that the people that are living there don't always have to hear it. And now you might be asking, well, this is an industrial area, just no one living. Yeah, it is kind of a mixed use, so we will be having some residential all in this episode. It is some more municipality housing, and it is kind of not too good to live there, but it is okay. So it's definitely not like a very good standard to live here, but it is also definitely having some advantages of being kind of cheap, and also I think you also have a lot of nature, so you can basically take a look a lot on the nature. And yeah, here you can basically see what I did with the whole factory. This was a very quick process. It is also the whole video not that much, and this is also what I tried to do. I wanted to keep it kind of rather on the shorter side, so I think this worked out also quite well. And here we are coming very close to the first cinematic. With this one, just want to say thank you that watched the video until this point. Hopefully you're still keeping on the video and watching further. If you're new to my channel and you haven't subbed right now, I'd appreciate if you'd consider subbing. We're very close to 530 subs. I would appreciate to get them with this video. And also, this year was already incredible with you guys. I was coming so close to the 600, 700 subs. It is very cool. When you think I was beginning this year with about 200 subs, this is just incredible. So thank you guys, it means a lot to me. And here, so this is just kind of what I wanted to say to you guys there, and just a huge thank you basically. And here, so here I'm just adding in some more stuff, and we'll be seeing each other soon after the next cinematic. So until then, in some minutes, enjoy the video, and please leave a like and some ideas what I should be building in the comments down below. So now we're moving away from the industry and now building the municipality housing, or public housing as it's better known. And yeah, so this is for the beginning here. And I wanted to go with some more interesting shapes and not basically always the same thing, so I was just like building here this very interesting construct in the middle, and then just there adding into this the small housing next to it. So these are just basically houses there, nothing too fancy, not too pretty or anything like this. Will be switched off a bit soon, but this is basically the main thought that I had about it. And yeah, it isn't anything kind of fancy where you would like to live, but it is working out. So if you don't have another choice, you would be going there. And it isn't too expensive, so that's also quite okay, I would say. So yeah, so here I'm adding in some more trees, and then there's some bushes, and I'm also using the bushes from Pidelmo to make some hedges there. They aren't kind of too detailed, they're very nicely detailed, but they aren't eating too many FPS, so that's the basic reason that I'm taking them. And yes, so here I was just like kind of looking at all the nature that you have in the city right now to kind of make them fit in something like an anyway. And surprisingly, they're fitting in quite well, so they're having kind of the same look, and they're having some varieties. This is also what I wanted to do, because we also have quite some different forests in Vienna and Austria. So I thought about, yeah, we kind of want to do it also in our city. And yeah, it worked out quite well. There I'm just playing around with the color of the forests. In the end I got something very good, but it was kind of hard to get a good color in, but in the end it worked out. So here I've just detailed the small thing here that I built off camera, nothing too fancy. Until that point I just plopped them down, and then now I'm here detailing them. I've plopped them down off camera because I had some problems with them, and I've skipped it because it was just like 15 minutes of me plopping them down, because kind of the colors were a bit weird. But it was my fault, so I finally fixed it in the end. Also very happy about the detailing, very light but still looking very realistic, and this is also what I'm aiming for right now, so that I don't have too less FPS and it's still looking very detailed and very good to look at. And yeah, so also basically what I wanted to say is that this whole project, I'm still loving it so much. It's incredible. I can do so many cool things. I can rebuild some stuff that I already know from real life and stuff like this, so this is very good for me. I'm very happy about this, so I'm enjoying this project, hopefully so do you guys, and yeah. Also, right now I have the kind of good thing that I have some holidays, so this means I don't have to do anything for school, that I can make the one video per week very good and try to improve there every single step, so this is a good thing about it. This is a good thing also for you guys, so this should be quite nice. Also, that I'm in the last year, kind of a revenue I want to do right now, a very short one. I've learned a lot about City Skylines with the help of you guys, so thank you for this. And also detailing, I've advanced so much when I look at my first ever City Skylines videos or stuff like this, or even Westenburg, what was my first very modded series we've had about, don't know, I think 50 mods, and I was just like, holy, there are a lot of mods, but now I'm just like there sitting and thinking, yeah, these were good times. I wasn't good at building, and it was also kind of a mix of German and English, and it wasn't anything like realistic, but it was still a good time, and I've learned a lot from it, so well, it was kind of different from now on, so my quality was pretty bad there still, and it was also everything just a big trial and big trying around. I was way worse in English, still not that good, but I think it should be working out, so most of the stuff I'm trying to say very clear and with some easier speech so that you guys can definitely understand it. Hopefully it also works like that. And yes, so this is kind of the basic layout of this, and then there we'll be adding in a parking lot for the people. And at first I wanted to do it with the normal ones, but I've switched this off camera to the plain Japanese parking lots. They aren't looking too Japanese, so I was like, okay, yeah, we'll be taking them because they're looking very clean and not round. They are edgy, so I can put them very much into the square, sorry. I can put them very much close to the street without looking too weird, and yeah, this is quite of the advantage of them and why I took them especially. And yeah, so he was already like, no, I don't like it that it is kind of this round, so there was then figuring out I need to change it. Here in this cinematic, you can kind of see the end result, what I also did a bit of off camera, and some we will be doing in some seconds, but you can basically see the basic thoughts, like how I wanted to have it, and yeah, I'm very happy about it. As already said, not too many details, not too good looking, not too bad looking. It is kind of a mix in between. And there, if you ask yourself why did there something kind of off camera, I've just tested around there and destroyed it several times. Didn't want to keep it in because I would have to cut so much more. But yeah, worked out in the end quite well. And also this is giving me the perfect vibes like it should be. It is kind of not too good to live there, but it's also kind of okay to live there. And yeah, so basically the trees will be changed kind of off camera because there was dribbled at the time, but I fixed it later on, so this was not that much of a problem. I fixed it all in the end. And yes, so we're coming up very close to the end. You will now see one more cinematic, and then we'll be building the bus hop. I will leave it all with this for today, and say thank you for watching. Hopefully it's another video of mine, and have a great time. Bye!